Hello viewers of Quality Things and welcome to a positively overflowing episode of Nintendo TV. Heading your way in episode 4. We saw the Squirtles from the Slowpokes as we visit the Pokemon Video Game Championships, get our camo on with Metal Gear Solid 3D Snake Eater, and prepare to hand over a huge chunk of our social lives to JRPG Pandoras Tower. Batten down the hatches and strap on your magic shoes. Hurricane Update is taking this baby to Oz. Action games don't come much more hardcore than Metal Gear Solid 3D Snake Eater on the 3DS. Solid Snake is back on a Nintendo console and bringing with him all the best parts of being a spy. Stalking your enemy through jungles, brutal close combat takedowns, and of course, pretending to be a cardboard box. We all know Metal Gear Solid is awesome, but what we love most about this brand new outing is the fact that you can make your own camouflage in the game. It's as easy as taking a picture. See this Goomba? Now he's Goomba camo. How about this face? That's right, human face camo. We could do this all day. In fact, I think we will. Metal Gear Solid 3D Snake Eater is out now. It's time for another ridiculously huge and extremely loud Japanese RPG to head to our fair shores. After the massive success of Xenoblade Chronicles and The Last Story, Pandoras Tower arrives on the 13th of April as JRPGs continue to make a nice comfy little home for themselves on the Wii. If you're thinking you've seen it all before, big monsters, check. Legendary storylines, check. Mysterious cloaked figures, check. Then be warned. Pandoras Tower is an unexpected kick up the dvelg for RPG fans. The game is more of an action RPG and focuses on the relationship between main characters Aaron and Elena. The latter's only gone and had a curse put on her, which means she'll be gradually turning into a demonic creature unless she feasts on the flesh of monsters that live in the 13 towered fortresses. We hate it when that happens. Aaron's job is to defeat the 13 bosses and take their flesh back to Elena like some mental takeaway service. How you react to certain things in the game will affect which of the 5 endings you finish with. Aww, we hope we get a happy ending with sweets. We fought our way through armies of fans to speak to Brit Award-winning pop stars One Direction on a special Mario Kart track day and to get the skinny on which Mario Kart characters guys like best.
I think Mario is sick.
I picked my favourite character, Donkey Kong.
I actually like Bowser, the Bowser bike.
I like yours.
I went for Luigi this time.
My dog was called
Luigi? He's a Luigi.
Really? Well, if you say so. Huge thanks to the guys and massive high five to Zane, who said his favourite fighting game was Killer Instinct on the SNES. Us too. It's time to power up the Pokédex and polish the Master Balls for the 2012 UK Pokemon Video Game National Championships. The event was huge. More than 600 people battled it out for a chance to take on the best trainers from around the globe in the Pokemon World Championships, which take place later this year in the hula dancing, grass skirt wearing, Sunshine Paradise of Hawaii. 4 finalists from the Junior, Senior and Masters division vied for the chance to flex their trainer skills in the Aloha state. It's not all sunshine and Snorlaxing though, and to get an inside look at the work involved with becoming a top-ranked Pokemon battler, we followed official Nintendo magazine blogger and Pokemon expert Marty Bennett, who has spent months preparing for the national championships.
More girls should play Pokemon. It's not hard, but it's hard.
Things quickly got tense against her first round opponent. There was no love lost between these 2 lady trainers, but Marty disposed of her rival and made it to the second round, where she beat her opponent, surpassing her previous year's finish. She started to relax until she met an adversary so well versed in the way of Pokemon that he finished as runner-up in the senior division the year before. Unfortunately for Marty, that's where her VGC journey ended. She was shown to the exit after the ceremonial cutting off her wristband. Oh, it's too hard to watch. But wait! Just as Marty was getting some commiserating hugs, there came a call over from the judges. Marty was back in the competition. Her opponent had been disqualified for using ineligible Pokemon. We got a quick word with Marty before she headed off to the finalist lounge to see who she'd be fighting for a trip to Hawaii.
I got knocked out, I thought it was over, and then I got called back because my opponent had been found to be using Pokemon modified by an external device. I had been training for months, every day, at least an hour a day, just been really lucky.
It was a tense bout as Marty faced off against Benjamin Gadashk, a close friend and number 2 seed from 2011. Unfortunately, Marty's luck had run out. This really was the final stop as Benjamin took the win. But chin up Marty, reaching the final 8 is no small feat. There was still some serious Pokemon action to go down, and we managed to track down the Masters 2012 final winner Ben Kiriakou, who came to the tournament using the same team as series legend Gary O, leading to some serious respect from the knowledgeable crowd.
I've got here with a team only using Gary's Pokemon from the main series and the anime, and made a team around it, and well, it did alright, didn't it?
The seniors final saw George Langford finally pipping Maxim Canivo to the Pokemon post. How does it feel to be a champ, George?
I'm really surprised because I thought I wouldn't even make it through the first 4 rounds, but you know, I came all the way over here and with my team as well, so.
But the star of the show was Junior Division finalist Aaron Bundy, who made it all the way to the final even though he'd never set foot in a video game championship before. Pretty exciting, right, Aaron?
Really excited. Been a bit scared because this is my first ever competition.
With the crowd chanting the little fella's name, he beat his worthy adversary Daniel Wisson, securing himself a seat on the plane to Hawaii. And the question on everyone's lips, who would Aaron be taking with him?
Well, I'm thinking take my dad and then buying one more ticket for my mum.
Oh, so not us then? Well, this is awkward. Oh, look at that face. We can't stay mad at you. Congratulations to all the finalists who are now hard at work practicing for the Pokemon Video Game World Championships, which will take place in August. Good luck. It's time to dip into a virtual wonderland now as we bring you the very best of the Nintendo eShop. It's not too often we get to say this, but Dillon's Rolling Western is the best cowboy-themed tower defense armadillo em-up on the 3DS. It's a familiar tale of an anthropomorphic shell slinger defending a sleepy frontier town against rocks. Hordes of marauding rock monsters responsible for nomming the town's livestock. Okay, so it's not familiar at all. If controlling rampaging mute armadillos in the middle of a desert is your thing, then this fresh take on the tower defense genre could be right up your sandy street. And does the desert even have streets? It doesn't matter. What does matter is for 9 of your English pounds you can pick up a sprawling spaghetti western worth far more than the price tag. We've been toiling away for more than 15 hours now and we're only about 3/4 of the way through. Oh, it's a hard life being nature's equivalent of a tank. If you're looking for more vintage action, then the beat-em-up classic Punch-Out has just been dabbed with a wet sponge and sent back in for round 2 on the 3DS Virtual Console. You follow Little Mac as he works his way up the boxing food chain, knocking out all kinds of mental characters along the way. If you're not sold on the seminal David vs. Goliath storyline, then wrap your peepers around the little cameo from a certain mustachioed plumber. We'd recognise that referee anywhere. Punch-Out is ready to rumble right now. Another familiar face skulking his way onto the Nintendo eShop is Mario's nasty little shadow, Wario. Wario Land is a Game Boy classic that sees the rather hefty little fella going up against a load of strange-looking enemies in a bid to collect as much money as is humanly possible. Seeing as this is a sort of Mario game, you'd assume there's some kind of princess to save, right? Wrong. Wario isn't interested in saving anyone and just wants to make Mario jealous by building a bigger castle than his arch-nemesis. This greed-driven game is a must-have platformer that will keep your thumb muscles busy for a good long while, so check it out on the Nintendo eShop now. That's all we've got time for this month, but fret not. We're already hard at work crafting the next episode of Nintendo TV out of rainbow bricks, pixie dust, and liquefied gaming goodness.